To a home invasion robbery with weapon. What we do know at this point is that an individual came to this location. The individual has some type of history with the individuals that live here, possibly some type of relationship involving a female that is related to individuals that reside at the house and residence in which this occurred. Upon his arrival, he actually discharged the weapon into the home. He then entered the home, confronted the occupants. The person that he had a prior relationship was not here. He made several threats to the individuals inside in reference to killing the occupants. There is evidence at the scene and per witness statements that he actually made an attempt to shoot the individuals in the home, but the firearm that he had malfunctioned multiple times. They were able to call the police. The first officer that arrived at the scene is a 27-year veteran of the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, Harold Smith. He came on in 1989. When you can't tell from standing here, but there's actually a trailer, a front residence, and like a back residence. They kind of like share a common driveway. As the officer drove down the driveway, he located the subject. Subject still had a shotgun in one hand and we believe a bottle of liquor in the other. He put his police spotlight, the one that's mounted on the police car, on the subject. He exited his police car, made several attempts to get the individual to drop the weapon, stating drop the gun. Per witnesses, the subject made statements to the effect of he was not going to drop the firearm, and the subject was, what we were told by witnesses, was making a swinging motion, like bringing the firearm up in line with the officer. And on the last particular time, after being told several times, he raised it quite high in pointing it at the officer, and the officer discharged his weapon, we know of, twice. We don't know how many times the subject was struck. The subject is a white male, but we have not done next of kin notification, and he has not been positively identified at this time, so I can't give you his identity. So the subject was then pronounced deceased at the scene by rescue, and the officer's been placed on administrative leave. This is, in his long career, his first officer-involved shooting. So I will take a few questions.
Can you tell us if there was a history of violence from the man who came looking for whoever it was in the home?
We are getting some preliminary information together. We're just digging into that because, again, like I say, we have not positively identified him, but the individual who we think we have identified does have a history, a pretty extensive criminal history, if that is indeed the person that was shot.
What kind of criminal history was it?
Several different crimes. There was a laundry list that they were going over, and I didn't take the time to memorize that for you here
so
today.
Undersheriff, this occurred outside in the dark, more or less under the glare of the spotlight from the police cruiser?
Yes, spotlight was apparently directly on. The witnesses even said that the subject was illuminated by the spotlight.
Who was at home when he tried to go in?
There was a couple individuals in the home, a man and a woman.
Were husband and wife?
I don't know if they're husband and wife.
Can you
or not.
confirm if there was a restraining order against him?
I cannot confirm that because we haven't even positively identified him yet.
After threatening the couple, he then left the home and then went in the back?
So the back residence, we believe, is a relative of the front residence. So, and in that, I know of at least one female occupant was in that residence. So, who was also a witness. So you've got, like I said, you have two residences. You can't tell from your vantage point here, but the shooting occurred kind of in between them.
And administrative leave, that's standard procedure?
Absolutely, that is standard procedure.
Can you give us an age of the suspect at least?
I would say he's in his late 20s, early 30s.
Any other questions?
Well, the person that he was seeking, can you tell us what the relationship was? We were told that an ex-boyfriend possibly was seeking a girlfriend.
Until we positively identify him, I wouldn't want to comment on that any further.
Any idea how much longer you'll be out here?
They've got to process the scene. It may take some time,
Like most of the day?
at least several hours.
Any other
Okay.
questions?
Thank you.
All right.